Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Perillo. Happy Sunday. Happy early Monday. I was driving out. I was out driving, even. I was driving out, everybody. I was out driving with Jedi today. I tweeted this, too, this morning. And we're at the stoplight, and like a car from the 50s goes by. There's like we live close to like a burger shack, and they do the car shows every so often. So anyway, this old car drives by with old people in it, like definitely seniors in it. Goes by. It's a convertible. Goes by. And Jedi said, "Wow, that car looks old. It's got to be from the 90s or something." Not like, oh, I started laughing. So old to her is the 1900s. That's old. Which, to her credit, she's not wrong. She is not wrong. It is old. The 1900s are old. Yeah. I remember thinking, oh, the 1800s are old. No, 1900s now. Good to see everybody. Hey, Kurt. Nice to see you here tonight. Printer Team asks, do they have a burger for me? No, I don't eat meat. Hey, Westery One, good to see you as well. Hope you're enjoying the rest of your day. I'm glad I was able to catch you streaming briefly. Hey, Ursat Savvy, welcome back and thank you for resubscribing. It's appreciated. D for Zell, howdy. The Midnight Smith, appreciate seeing you here too, as well as the tweets with the tag. Sci-Fi Guy number 2. Drop Kick, 1031, Seoris, Fix Him Dude. Who else do we have here? 3D Printy. I'm not sure who else. Did I catch everybody? Sad Sunday for you too. It's a sad Sunday because tomorrow's Monday. That's I have a feeling Monday is when future Chris has to deal with something that future Chris did not necessarily want to deal with, but has to deal with nonetheless. So yeah, Monday, yay! Hey, big fan. I just hate. It's just this sword of Damocles, right? And so this whole Jedi saying I'm old thing. Well, she didn't say I was old. She said, "Oh, it's gotta be from the 90s." And here's the funny thing, like in my mind, the 90s isn't like that all that long ago. Like the 90s is just like last year. So when she says the 90s are old, you want a better option for wrist surgery? Man, I don't know if I can help you there. The Sword of Damocles, don't get Rocky Horror stuck. Sorry, it's true though, the Sword of Damocles, just right over my head. Hey, the Tolkien Otaku. Entrepreneur Chris says, "Bring it on." I hope Entrepreneur Chris can be entrepreneur-y enough to pull it off. Don't know. By the way, we've got some space on deck. If you have any prints that you're wanting to throw out there, we've got some room at this time. There's been room pretty much all day. It was a pretty slow Sunday. Constantly feels like 99 was just last year. Yeah, I don't know. The 90s, when someone says 90s, I'm like, that's when I became an adult. I feel like the 70s was 30 years ago. Yeah, not quite. I don't know if I'd say that. The 70s was old when I was young. So it's funny hearing Jedi say that. So I decided, it's like, I wonder how old the Golden Girls were purported to be on, I mean, like, what they, were on the show. Like, not them, the actress or actresses themselves, but their characters. So, here's what I learned, and maybe I learned this before, but blanked it out. I am entering Golden Girls age territory. In fact, you might argue, I'm in Golden Age Girls territory because Blanche Devereaux, in the show, allegedly, her character was 47. So, I'm older than Blanche in the Golden Girls. Then I catch up to Dorothy Zbornak. I'll be Dorothy's age in 6 years. So I'm catching up to Dorothy. Oh my god. So yeah. That's I'm feeling my age. You and me both? Oh boy. Let me tell you. So not, I was hoping to. Oh, I need to open up. Where's that? I thought I had exported a file, but I guess not. I was getting ready to do another one here. What I printed here was the remaining leg for the Dark Trooper. The other one snapped. It's really delicate, so I did this one with extra walls, just in case. That might help. I don't know. The point at which it snapped, I don't think any walls were involved. Alright, give me a second. Let me slice this. So yeah, I'm older than some Golden Girls. I'm right. I'm Golden Girl territory. I'm Golden Girl territory. Isn't that great? Isn't that wonderful? Soon you'll be the oldest Twitch streamer. I don't know if I'm that close. So you went to see Rogue One in the theater? Oh yeah. I saw it too. Well, I didn't see it in the theater, but I saw that as a possibility. I'm like, pass. I mean, I enjoy Rogue One, but if we want to watch it, I figured we'd just watch it at home, and we already have it. So, I mean, it's fun to see a Star Wars movie in the theater, certainly, but kind of hard to justify spending $50 to go see a movie that honestly wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie. So, you being V will make all the difference in the golden years. Yeah, I hope so, printer team. It was fun. I didn't not enjoy the movie. Hey, fix him, dude. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Oh my god. I'm Golden Girls age. 3D Medic Vince. I'm older than Blanche. Let's see here. So I think Dorothy was 53. Rose was 55. And of course, Sophia was like somewhere, I think, in her 70s or whatnot. So it's just funny. It's funny how, like, those shows, like those old shows, you'd watch these old shows and you'd see these old people on TV. And I knew this even about like Frasier, right? I've watched Frasier, and I know that I've passed Frasier in terms of his age from the show. And I remember watching Frasier and enjoying it when I was younger than Frasier. So it's the shows hit differently now, but I will never not see them as older. And I mean, the Blanche hit was that, man, that just knocked me for a loop. Like, what? I'm older than a Golden Girl. It's it was always in the future, and I thought, no, they'd be in their 50s. Well, they are in their 50s, but it's just funny how them in their 50s just doesn't seem like the way people are in their 50s these days. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't commiserate with 50 somethings. And I thought for some reason they were all retired. And no, I guess they did have jobs, but I thought they were pretty much retired. But Dorothy was a teacher, wasn't she? I can't remember what half of them did. They never really talked about their jobs all that much. So, you know, here I am at 47. I'm definitely not retired. I always figured they were much older because they looked dressed into acted like my grandmother. Well, that's pretty much true. You're 42 and dang, I swear. No, man, trust me, try being I'm less than a year away from the big 5-0. So yeah, that's, not like I needed any of this reminder this week. I needed something else. That was not the thing that I needed. Definitely not. The thing that I need, more Star Wars figures. Star Wars figures make everything better. Well, here's the thing. A Jedi will be 20. She'll be 21 when I'm 60-something. Yeah, so I'll be in my 60s when Jedi turns 21. Because we've got a 40-year difference, 40-year spread between us, which is really, it's far. She's closer to Diana in age than she is me, by far. By far. Powerball win, that's what, yeah, I just keep going for it. I just have to play. I mean, people who are in their 50s today grew in a different world than their parents, or children for that matter. Yeah, I thought so. I mean, my parents, they're old. They're older, obviously, clearly. They're up there. C. I was watching C. We'll be browsing people's makes here. There's not a lot to look at today. You're 51, somebody feels, I know, Silver Sunbeam. We're golden girls. We're golden guys, you and I. I caught up to C. I need one more, or I'm halfway through the most recent episode. If you have not watched C on Apple TV Plus, you owe it to yourself. It's a good show, and I'm kicking myself for not having watched it before. But then again, you know, it gave me a chance to watch it new now. This brim is not. Anyway, C. You gotta watch C. And then tonight, new Game of Thrones. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna keep calling it House of Dragon Game of Thrones. I know I'm just gonna keep calling it Game of Thrones. So new episode of that. I've got a few shows now to catch up, to get caught up. Well, I'm mostly caught up. I've binged all new shows that I think I want to binge on. You're 56 this year, Mad Cat? Man. Blood and boobs? Well, I don't think so. I hope that's not my 50s. When things from the 80s start celebrating their 50th anniversary, simply crumble. Well, that is coming up in another little while. Your grandmother in her 60s was kind of like that. Married a man that was the same age as my dad. She worked full-time until her 84th. Well, I hope I'm not working full-time until my 84th. I really don't. I feel I'm going to be working into my... I feel I'm going to be working into my 60s. And then I would like to be able to retire in my 60s. Whether or not I can, that remains to be seen. But, you know, my hope is, too, in doing that, you know, to be able to do stuff. Like, I'll be making... I mean, I'll still be streaming, right? And so subs, thank you, and cheers, and yay. And trying to do other things, you know, to you know, supplement my income. But I feel that well, you know, work gives you purpose, but I never had defined myself like that. You know, my purpose was just doing things, and it wasn't work. It wasn't work. Wasn't trying to be Oh, no worries, ersatz. No worries. I'm trying to be scandalous. Did I succeed? She enjoyed her work as a counselor therapist. Well, yeah, that's awesome. I can't say that I don't enjoy my work. It's just that I don't want to. I want to have the option. Right now, I mean, I because of the planning that I did, I'm in a better position. Retirement's not set because I never thought of it that way. I never thought, oh, I'm going to retire one day. It was always, I'm just having fun. And then that changed. So I don't know if, what's going to happen over the next, few years. Certainly as Jedi gets older. I can't do things, unfortunately, the way things have been done before. But, there's promise on the horizon. We've got, maybe Maker Deck, we were planning an event. Maker Deck goes, which would be awesome. Dark Toy Lord, who is selling his Transformers collection, or at least some of his Transformers collection. Are they all modern, Dark Toy Lord? Feel free to drop an eBay link. I'm not sure if there are any other Transformers fans here, but may want to be able to retire to Jedi College Fund. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like, she's gonna have to get scholarships, man, if she wants to go to college, or something else, because that is just I don't want to work until I'm dead. So I don't know how the state of Washington handles things too, but student loans, I had to suffer through them too. They suck, but if it weren't for them, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I paid off my student loans through my first book that I wrote, but I know this is political, but I also have no problem with some of these student loans getting forgiven or partially forgiven. I have no problem with that at all. No problem. Debt is crippling. Like, if we can save some people from that nightmare, I'm like, is that better? Yes. Is it great? Not for everything, but I think they need to fix the system. I really do. I think that's just, and for anybody who'd say, well, I went through college and I paid them all, but people with all political persuasions have been helped by the government, whether we're talking about farmers, bankers, PPP loans, so I don't think this is that all that political. Like, I think that, there are people who just didn't have the same circumstances as me. And I had student loans, right? So, I mean, God, who wouldn't want to have any of that forgiven? So that's how I look at it. Like, would I want it forgiven? Sure. Did I, did I go that route? No, I was lucky enough, on my own to pay off those loans. My entire adult life, I've, I don't think I like that. I'm going to reprint this. I'm going to clean up this bed. My entire adult life, I've stayed out of debt. My entire adult life. And, that's not something, I don't want to shake a stick at it. So, but maybe by the time Jedi rolls around, or Jedi's by the time she's in college, if she decides to go to college, the world's going to be a different place. Don't know what it's going to be. Don't know what she's going to want to do. I don't even think, at this day and age, the college, a college diploma ain't what it used to be, depending on what you want to do. So, all depends. But I've told her before, I'm like, hey, if you want something, earn it. I've told her before, and I'll tell her again, if you want something, earn it. You're there to help, but you got to do the work. I'm a big believer in that. I'm not going to do all the work. You don't teach a child anything, you do all the work for them. You don't teach a child anything if they don't earn anything on their own. They don't value it as much. And you're back in college now at 56 for your bachelor's. Oh. You would have been eligible for the public service loan forgiveness program? Oh, okay. I did the old man having kids thing. Yeah, the Trek nerd. And that was the early to mid 80s. Yeah, no doubt. Well, no, I went to college in the mid 90s. My brother, one of my brothers at least, is still paying off his student loans. He's a teacher. And I think he and his wife are still paying off student loans. It surprised. I'm like, really? Like, I was done fast. Well, I got an advance on the book that I was like, they gave me an advance, and I knew how much I owed on the student loans. I'm like, I want to pay off those loans. I don't want to have. I don't like living that way. I don't want to live that way. And I did not. One of my goals, I wanted to do it by the time I was 40. I missed it, but I hit one of my goals before reaching 50. I'm not, at liberty to talk about it, but certainly in relation to, trying to have a sense of stability. Okay, so that's clean. Let's see how this goes. Well, sci-fi guy number 2, good luck. Let's see here. Robots could take over even this Twitch channel. Probably not this Twitch channel. Probably not MakerDeck either. MakerDeck, I think, is a good way to if I had a retirement kind of plan, MakerDeck might. I'm not saying it is it, but there's potential there. It isn't realized, but there's potential. Teachers make the big bucks. Oh yeah, sure they do. I'd still like doing video, still like doing live video. I mean, even edited video. I just don't know how it would happen. Totally agree with you on working for what you want. Grandfather raised me, taught me, really want something. I work my butt off for it. From that, I'd appreciate it more. It's true. I believe that. Through and through. Work with a guy who was clearly born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Always interesting to see how he reacts to monetary issues the rest of us deal with. He can't simply fathom the concept of debt. That's what I'm saying, man. It's hard to stay stable walking on Lego. Well, when you get used to it. Oh, hang on. I was waiting for it to start again, and I had to hit reprint. Debt is a leaky boat. You can't enjoy the boat ride if you're constantly bucketing out water. Exactly. I've always lived within my means. I don't have caviar appetite on a peanut butter budget, but I scrimp and save and get the things that I want, certainly, and things that we need too, without, going overboard, which is becoming more and more important as inflation is, smacking all of us. It's tough. It is tough. I don't know. Circumstances change, things change. We don't know which way they're gonna go. But so that's the thing is, like, if something were to happen, catastrophic, tomorrow, then I would be not thrilled, certainly, but we're also not, because of the planning that I did, because of the work that I did, because of what I did, this family is safe from from certain rigors that otherwise would plague us. Yeah, I think my mom said that once or twice. Caviar diet on a peanut butter budget. You gotta live within your means. That's gonna be a wake-up call for Jedi, I think. When she's able to make her own decision, like, she did ask today. She wants to do chores, so I'm like, I'd like to get some chores outlined for her so that she can earn like $1 a week or whatever it is, and not like giving her copious amounts of money. I mean, she just turns around. She likes buying. She'll buy food, cookies, snacks that we don't normally buy her. What do I think about preppers? I really don't think much about them. I don't think they're wrong. I don't think they're right. I don't think that preparing is a bad thing. But I'm a former Boy Scout. Be prepared. I think they take it to an extreme degree. But then again, no one knows the future. So, hey, more power to them. Your MD logo sign is about to finish. Check it out when take it off. Yeah, I've been watching it go, man. Feel free to throw something else on. That's going to be a big one, 3D Jeff. We still got more room. We've got 3 slots currently open. She does the same thing I did whenever I was given any morsel of money. Yep, pretty much. But you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with her buying snacks because she enjoys them. I've got to be careful about what snacks she buys because you can't just, have her get tons and tons and tons of sugar. She's purchased other things before. I'm like, well, let's dole this out, right? You're not going to eat this all at once. There's a local place store that's got like vegan cookies for like $1.50. They're pretty bad. I mean, it's not a bad deal, all things considered. Not like super cheap, but I just as soon her spend $1.50 on one cookie than, let's say, $4 on a carton of Oreos, for obvious reasons. Because, you know, having a child or knowing that the child has access to, you know, a whole carton of Oreos for $4 is just a little much. Oreos are vegan. They are vegan. It's not. That's not the issue. The issue is the sugar, copious amounts of sugar. And so, I mean, eventually, like when it comes down to it, with shopping, I'll teach her how to shop, how to look for bargains. You know, how to shop for things, when to shop for things, how to prepare, how to budget, things that are important, life skills, life lessons. You know, certain life lessons I never had to worry balancing the checkbook. It's irrelevant. Couldn't even tell you if I ever balanced the checkbook, ever. Maybe years and years and years ago, but getting her into savings, you know, as she gets into middle school, maybe even teaching her about the stock market. I've never played it that much at all, really, which is sad for me, but he's taking an accounting class. Yes, me? No. I try to avoid numbers as much as possible, which is the reason I stay out of debt. As soon as I get better streaming set up printers, fill out MakerDeck form. Oh, great. Jedi Juggalo, cannot wait. Oh, no Jedi. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know what her future holds. I really don't. Hey, Zombie. Good to see you. We haven't browsed everybody's makes yet. Been commiserating on age. Dude, this guy is still bothering me. Not any of you. Work for yourself, control your destiny. I did work for myself, and I did in many ways control my destiny. It was no longer viable. It's possible. It is possible, though not today, that MakerDeck becomes a thing where I'm able to do that full time as a focus. But it's not. We're not there yet. We will. We will continue to massage it. We've got our task list.
Nexonaut just resubscribed for 18 months.
Wow, Nexonaut, thank you. Appreciate you and the faith. MakerDeck does have merch made by Fix'em Dude. Bang merch. Here's the MakerDeck store, filled with all sorts of stuff, except for 3D printed goods. You have to 3D print your own. We do not sell 3D printed goods. Popping over to Discord. You think so, Zombie? I tend to agree, but I am a little biased. Just a wee bit biased. Custom Creations got Death Racer parts. All y'all love those Death Racers. You're all going to be doing it at Earth. Medic Vince, a new stand he designed and printed for the Sabertooth cat skull. We'll see it here in a bit. I said I finally shared my skull prints. That brim is a little wacky. Flying Drop Bear, third time's the charm with his gantry setup. 2% increase in size. Worked a treat, I should say. I can see that bar there. Flexi Factory Robot Eye. Ooh, that's cool. Vortex images printed. That's kind of neat. See, that'd be something that I'd probably print. Like, what would I need a robot eye for? Like, yeah, but you think of everything that you could be Aughra from the Dark Crystal. Otter's Danger's in. I want to shoot it with a slingshot for some reason. Do it. Do it. Vortex images coming in with a Flexi Astronaut. That looks like he's got gas. He's got gas. Does he have gas? Yoga Balloon Dog and Quantum Purple Silver by Chelsea. The Pilver or Serple. Yeah, I haven't been printing a lot of bigger things. I'm waiting for my bamboo to get repaired. I've got files on my desktop that I'm like, yeah, I want to do that on the bamboo. Yeah, I want to do that on the bamboo. I want to do that on the bamboo. I think I'm going to do that on the bamboo. You could use a robot eye to replace your glass eye? Well, yes, you could. Why haven't you 3D printed one, like in resin, you know, and then having different eyes that are just awesome? Like if I was into resin and 3D printing and I had a glass eye, I would totally like resin my own eyes, like my eye, you know, and like have like fire, you know, in one of them or something, like just awesome. Like when people looked at me and like stare into their soul, like a red, like just it would just freak people out. Did I hoard toilet paper? No, but I just bought some. Got it on sale. Takani, it's got a Flexi Factory T-Rex. Ooh, nice filament. Cyclone Silk Copper Pla. Vortex coming in with a Flexi Factory Triceratops. Them dinosaurs. Aaron, it's got some President prints. His wife did. I know the Hellraiser models from Hex 3D. Not sure Littlefoot and the Raptor. Those are good. They're really well done. Is that Winnie the Pooh Hellraiser? It's kind of funny. A Grogu Hellraiser? That's definitely a Hex. Palette full of parts for the Feistek Mini Clone. Printed him out on his Prusa Mark III. Kevin RS, Balloon Poodles, 100% in Tangerine and 50% in Grass PLA from Toner Plastics. Oh, cool. That's pretty neat. Everyone's all into the balloon animals all of a sudden. And Vortex Images has got a Spider-Man bust. Good choice of rainbow filament there. And you got a resin printer. I'd print them all. Balloon dogs would be great for little kids' parties. Hey, Feral Terminator. Yeah, and I've got Jedi's birthday's coming up, and I think we're doing a party, and I've got to print out favors. Metal Tails from Maker Deck Sign. He got one too. That's Fixin' Dude's design. We got it on a metal sign thanks to Krusty. Spiral Vase Rose by Lita. Very own dual colored blue, red, pink, silk, and printed on Maker Deck. With the Fab 365 foldable Cybertruck. And this is a Fixin' Dude. Everyone was like going gaga for those. More power to you. I'm still waiting to finish printing my AT-AT. I couldn't do it because it kept failing on my Prusa, and then I wanted to try it again on the Bamboo, and then the Bamboo went wacky. That was the last kind of successful thing I printed on the Bamboo, actually. See, I saw the Hot Wheels Cybertruck at Target, and I'm like, not even that. Lens cap holder by K2 Kevin. Smart. Practical.
The Midnight Smith
thank you.
gifted Westery 1 a subscription. The Midnight Smith gifted a tier 1 sub to Westery 1. They have given 88 gift subs in the channel.
Appreciate the help. Appreciate the boost. Appreciate the support. And for 3D printing, appreciate the supports. So thank you, the Midnight Smith. Big fan. I answered that question like 5 minutes ago. Checking the tweets. Sliver Bear has done the Ray lightsaber, and he did like multiple parts, which is only available on his the guy's Patreon. So I may end up having to be becoming a patron if he does this kind of stuff, so that I can print the Ray lightsaber in multiple parts. Although I may end up just doing it in one, with one shot on the with one color on the Bamboo. I may end up going like a silver or you know, some kind of a have I done a bronze? A gold? I may do a gold because Ray's got a yellow lightsaber. There's my skull collection. There are all the skulls, all the Star Wars skulls. When the Bamboo gets back, I'll be printing them at a smaller scale. You see a lack of Vader heads? I fixed that. Yes. So, a couple of the figures that you're going to need to get when he releases them, Midnight Smith, the Dark Trooper for one. Give me a second. Man, I got to be careful. Snap. The Dark Trooper hasn't been released yet, but I say it's good to go. And then the snow, you gotta print all the troopers. When you print the troopers in multiple colors, see, I told you the Snow Trooper would be awesome with one of these, filaments in a different, other than white. And I wasn't wrong. Shiny! Anyway, so I did the skulls. Do they make a transparent filament? They do. Need to make a crystal skull. I don't know if I could pull that off. Oh, congratulations, 3D Jeff. You've got the world's largest Maker Deck logo. Pretty sure it is. And I knew Midnight Smith was aware of Play Action Toys because he tagged on Twitter. He even did the lightsaber. I didn't print the new Vader's lightsaber. I didn't do that one. I'm fine with without having to worry about accessories. Maybe one day I'll just print like a ton of them. But I'm not gonna do them in the various colors because I've got the various colors of Vader's up above anyway. Big Jan, and thank you for the tag. Big Jano got a mini roll of cap tubes, tricolor lava PLA from Westery 1 from a giveaway on our live stream. Testing now. Look at that. So this is what he's doing with it. Eddie, is that Eddie Munson? Yeah. From Eddie from Stranger Things. It's funny. I said Demogorgon the other day, and Jedi said, "Is that from Stranger Things?" I'm like, "You knew." I'm impressed. I am impressed. Seoris, I don't have an update on my bamboo. No, I do not. That I know of, it's still there. Ashernak, thanking Zombie Hedgehog for the raid last night and everyone that hung out. There's Ashernak's little, it's a Pokemon? It's a Pokemon. Rick won a spool Polymaker 3D. Polymaker Filament tweeted it out. Thank you for that and the tag. It's very appreciated. Nick also tagged. This was yesterday? Yeah, this was yesterday. That from when we were showcasing the Hellfire Club. Really cool. I'm glad that. Oh, thank you for following Redacted Fluff. I'm sorry, Refracted Fluff. Redacted. Holy cow! Refracted Fluff. Thank you for joining. We're browsing everybody's makes from the past day, and so thank you for sharing. Thank you for tagging everyone. Not sure what brings you in, Refracted, but I was just seeing the 3D Jeff's Maker Deck logo. Freaking, that's bigger than a frisbee, man. That's like, it's huge. Science 3D printing going well. Can't wait to see their dinosaur tomorrow. Yeah, Huggin, it was really cool. I jumped in and he said, "Oh, we finally got a printer," and they got an Anycubic. Resin printer. So I'm like, okay, that's impressive. They may have they probably have the space for it in the inclination. So it's really cool. I'm glad they got into it. He probably chose the right type of printer for the things that they're doing, more precise than FDM. I think, but see, me being more of a filament fan, like the fan of like, look, I printed a Snow Trooper in this, awesome color. I'm much more inclined to believe that I'm squarely within the FDM camp, not so much resin. I know they have different color resin, and I know the detail, and I know that I'd only be able to get certain things on a resin printer, but, Hey, the Silver Sunbeam. Are you dropping that base? Because you're all about it. So, Refracted Fluff, what brings you here? Oops. Amazed by paleontologists using 3D printed dinosaur fossils. Oh, has he printed dinosaur? Or I'd assume casts of the fossils. It's a pretty good use case for it. Resin printers are for those who like to paint. Yeah, their own colors on a model. Yep. Mad Cat, that's probably one of the reasons why it's not been... I mean, I want some of the models, but you've seen how, I print, like, next to nothing. Like, seriously, the most painting... I'm sorry, I paint next to nothing. The most painting I've done on a... Oops. on a model was the AT-AT driver. This was it. And this painting, it was specific. I did it on the tubes, for the tubes. I did it on the head piece here, like the paint job on the dots and the stripe. I had to paint the helmet took a lot, the chest plate. So like this is as much painting. This is dual color print. This is white and gray. But this is as much. This is as much as I've painted. Was for the AT-AT driver. But I knew if I was going to do it, it needed to be good, right? And it is. It's great. It's fantastic. Keep those drops going, people. Change your mind about resin a few times this year. Thanks to all the amazing colors. Oh, K2, I believe it. I believe it. You're going to print on the Cobra Max. Didn't want to show it off. What? Are you serious? Do it. Do it. Thank you, 86 Crypto, for subscribing with Prime. It's very kind of you. Do I wish schools would teach 3D printing? They do.
Just subscribed.
They do. Jedi's asked, can I have a 3D printer? I'm like, yes, you can have a 3D printer, but like, you've got to.
86 Crypto just subscribed.
You got to learn, right? You got to. What are you doing with it? Like. And so, yeah, I mean, like, for now, I don't know if she's going to have a 3D printer, but she'd be able to use, I mean, the Bamboo would be a good use, for that, for her, learning on a Prusa. So she's growing up with it. But getting her own 3D printer is that's a little much. Unless she was all into hardware and tinkering, and I'm telling you, this child is not. He did a full-sized Protoceratops skull before he went out in the field this summer, and most of the ones on his background are printed. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. You get clear resin, then mix the dyes to make any color I want. Oh, nice. I've purchased, the Trek Nerd, I've purchased resin cast, like, vintage figures from people. Like, I've got, like, Stormtrooper, the Rainbow Stormtroopers. I picked those up. Those are kind of cool. Like, I'm not going to go that far, but I'd pay, $50 or whatever. Someone's going to do something cool that I'm not, I'm not wanting to get into. Get Jedi a 3D pin. Yeah, 3D pins are, it's a little different. Like I said, maybe one day, if I know that she's inclined not to just use it for 5 minutes and then give up. So it's the same thing with a 3D printer. I'm like, well, what are you printing? What are you wanting to print? What are you modeling? What are you slicing? She's got to do the work. I wouldn't get a 3D printer for kids because we've got 3D printers that work just fine. She could operate this. As much as I would not want her to mess around with the nozzle, she could operate. She could get something going. She could slice. She could design. She could slice. She could load filament. She could unload filament. She could do that. Even Ethan doesn't have his own 3D printer. Their house 3D printers. He gets to take one with him when he leaves. There you go, Ethan. Or Marcus. There you go. That's the way, I kind of look at it. I was like, well, we've got house 3D printers. Just like you're not going to have your own microwave. And, when I was a kid, I wanted my own TV. I don't think that's going to happen because she's going to have her own phone. And you have your own phone, you have your own everything. By the way, speaking of phone, I picked up the iPhone again today. The iPhone 14 Pro Max or whatever. Because I was like, I needed to shoot those skulls downstairs. And I was like, it's been a while. I wonder if the iPhone camera was as bad as I remember it being compared to the Samsung. And it was as bad as I remember it being. I think I only got like maybe one good shot. The night shots on, as much as I don't love the night shots on the Samsung, the night shots on the iPhone are garbage. At least today. That may change. I don't really grab the iPhone that much to take photos though. It's not. It's not. I never really like it compared to the Pixel. I'd grab the Pixel before I'd grab anything else. In fact, I was almost inclined to grab the Pixel. And if the Pixel wasn't currently shooting down at the the thing that I got there, that thing, be a different story. But I've got we'll see what the new iPhone, if it, if it has certain things that, you know, might be useful for my scenario. I don't use the iPhone that much though. It's not really I use it for webcamming, and I'd be somewhat more inclined to swap. Well, maybe not, because I need the different views. Well, you know, we'll see if it comes with different lenses, the new one. If it comes with different lenses, different options, then I'd probably upgrade, because I'm using it for its lenses specifically, as a camera specifically. Hey, Monsoon Josh, good to see you. And expanding, you as well. Are you the universe? Because you're always expanding. Next week, new iPhone. Yep, true dat. I'm not excited for it, but I'm interested keenly. And all I would do is just basically sell this iPhone to recoup the costs and upgrade if, that's a big if, if it was warranted, because I don't know if it's anywhere near being warranted. Not at this time. I don't have any intelligence. You know, obviously there are going to be upgrades, but you know, it's a lot of the things that Apple's upgraded for 5 years, I just don't care about, honestly. I'm not as inclined. I won't be interested in a new Mac until maybe 2023. Maybe. You know, just skipping generations. Well, have fun with that, big fan. Oh, yeah, we stopped doing points a while ago, Ethan's dad. It became a problem. Oh, sorry. You're not excited for the new phone, but I've been holding off upgrading my old 11. Well, that'd be an upgrade. See, I was doing generational upgrades with my iPhone up until the iPhone 8 Plus, which I had until last year. And then I decided, I'm like, well, since I'm doing, you know, live streaming and I needed an extra camera and I'm using camo, I'm like, well, you know, these cameras probably need an update. And so, you know, I upgraded to the new version of the phone. Plus, the thing that pushed me was the 120 hertz screen, the high refresh rate screen, which still doesn't scroll as smoothly as the Samsung device, or a Samsung, but it. Yeah, the folding phones, I'm not sure. I don't know. Folding phones, the jury's still out. Try to hold on hardware as long as it continues to function well. Really want the rear camera with LiDAR. Yes, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Oh, we got a big one here. All right, Monsoon Josh.
Monsoon Josh 3D chaired X100. Today in Star Wars history in 2007, at Oakland International Airport, Chewbacca presented the lightsaber used by Mark Hamill in Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi to NASA officials. The lightsaber was carried on the Space Shuttle Discovery when it launched for a mission on October 23. Later that day in Texas, stormtroopers and R2-D2 delivered the prop to NASA officials for display prior to the launch.
It's cool. This day in history. I don't understand the flip. I mean, I've seen the foldable, like the flip, that thing. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's for me. But like the foldable one, I'm like, I'm interested. It's compelling, but the price is not. I'm like, yeah, I don't. I'd have to wait for software to catch up, and it ain't there yet. That's like this kind of phone. That's like 5 generations from now, possibly. Until then, it's not exactly candy bar, but you know, this is it for me. You worry for those phones? Yeah, me too. They really like the iPhone. Owned a couple had issues with. It was to me, it's all software. It's never the hardware, the software. So the iPhone just is not. It became uninteresting. So maybe one day Apple will reboot their everything in software and things will be better. But I don't know if or when that's going to happen. There seems to be this need to make the Mac work. Have you ever tried to run like an iOS app, like an iPhone app or an iPad app on a Mac? Like they say, oh yeah, it works. It's garbage. Like unless the app is optimized for it, it's just absolute trash. I'm like, what's the point? Why? Android apps run better on Windows and work better with Windows than iOS apps work with Mac. I mean, so you have the Fold, best phone I ever had, never go back. Really? I just don't get it. Z Fold phones have a fold life of 3,000 folds. Oh, I'd kill that. I don't. You're not one of the needs, the latest and greatest phone, good at the basics. See, I'm a flagship guy. I really am. Like, I use the things that I use daily. Like, I'm always on that. I'm always on the edge for the things that I use daily. When there's not a law of diminishing returns. My desktop computer, I use, but there are marginal improvements that happen with it, like processors, speed, the speed, the disk. Or the your drive, your storage, Wi-Fi. There's certain elements that you benefit from when you upgrade. But I can tell you, it's cumbersome and it's expensive. So that upgrade, whatever that is, has to be so compelling for a desktop for me or a laptop. Has to be so compelling. Ethan's just installed BlueStacks on his PC. Now wants to give away his old Android tablet. Oh boy. See, we're definitely not. We don't use Windows here in the house. It's Chrome OS. Chrome OS, which Jedi is probably going to be using anyway in school. If she ever needs to get her a computer, I'd rather buy her one than rent it from school to give her her own. That's not a problem. So Chrome OS, or right now she's using an iPad because I had it. It existed, and I was, I'm using it because I switched to the Tab 8 Ultra, this thing here. I upgraded and or swapped it out, and so she's been on the iPad, and honestly, for the time being, the iPad is just fine. But at some point when it's time to tap out that iPad, then, or if there's another option, then I'd probably swap her over to a Samsung tablet. It's a little easier to manage from a parental perspective. Got the same, she'll be able to do the same things on it. The apps are no more, no less optimized. She'll be in a different, she'll have different needs at that stage. So, but I don't know. It's all that's up in the. It's all contingent. All of that. All of it's relative to, needs. Like for Diana, she does not need any more than a Chrome tablet. Just does not. Everything we do is in the cloud. Everything. Samsung both folds good for 200K. Oh, see, I don't know 86. I don't really follow the folds. I can't imagine it being a low number though. It'd still drive me nuts. I only hold it, but again, this kind of comes back. I hold on 3D printer. This thing probably gonna hold on to, indefinitely, the mini until until there's a mini 2, when there's a good enough upgrade from all right, well then I can pass this along. 3D printers, I don't see me upgrading or updating all that much, but the tablet, I use it every day. The phone, I use every day. My watch, I use every day. So those daily driver types of devices, to me, it's worth upgrading. Very low hassle to upgrade the tablet. Very low, and Samsung actually gives you a really good discount on the upgrade. I was actually really surprised because it was the first time I upgraded the tablet last time, and I was like, whoa, okay. And does everything I needed to do minus having LTE service, which I'm glad I don't have because A, it would have cost more, and B, I wouldn't have used it. In my scenario, everything worked. Can't into Android, I tried. Yeah, Android's... Here's the thing about Android, though. BC, thank you. That came out of nowhere. Thank you.
3D just gifted 5 subs.
That's very appreciated. Incredibly. That's very generous of you. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping make my Sunday. We were just talking about tech. Evening, try to make an entrance. That is one way to say hello. Let me tell you, BC. That is an amazing way of saying hello. It's the best way of saying hello. So here's the thing about Android, and I have to explain this to people who've never used it or who had limited use with it. Android used to suck. It used to suck. I don't think Prusa will have a release in Mini 2. They have enough problems with the XL. Oh, CRs, I'm not expecting it to happen in the next 3 to 5 years. So I'm not too concerned. Eventually, I'm sure I'm going to have to do some major repairs. And I'm just like, how am I going to do this? My wife uses her iPad all the time, so I upgraded her to a 12-inch iPad Pro for the extra real estate. Make sense? Totally makes sense. There are certain things, though, you can only... Royal Nomi! Well, you two just came hand in hand, didn't you? Subs. You came in hand in hand. You're bringing us closer to the sub goal here. Thank you. We were just talking tech, of all things. Diana used to complain when she was just on the phone. She's like, oh, but sometimes they need a desktop web browser. And I had the Pixel Slate that I got on sale between the keyboard and the Slate. Like, it was $500 or something like that. Not to be outdone, he beat me. Oh, man.
Silver Sunbeam just gifted 1 subs.
You were using Android from the moment it first dropped from the Motorola Droid phone. Oh, man, I couldn't do it. It was garbage back then. But what I'm saying, Josh, is if you have not seen a Samsung device...
174.
Thank you, MadCat USA, for cheering 174. We're already at level 4. Dang, dude. That was fast. You can thank Royal Nomi and BC.
Thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train.
And Silver Sunbeam and MadCat for continuing it. But seriously, like I played with Samsungs before, and I still have my concerns with Samsung devices. They're not everything I wish they could be, but.
Faceless cheered X100. Hype your face.
But I don't want to hype my face. Why would I want to hype my face?
Fixum Dude just gifted 1 subs.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you, everybody, for participating in the hype train.
Indeed, the only Android experience I have since last 2018, NVIDIA Shield, a streaming box, very jacking, but gets the job done. I can tell you that the Chromecast I use it's more bare bones than the NVIDIA.
3D cheered X100.
Thank you, 3D Pretty. Very appreciated. Hey, we are at a level 5. Sitting pretty there with also hitting our sub goal. Did we hit our... Am I reading that correctly? Gotta wait for the bitrate to catch up there. Yeah! We hit our sub points goal. So I get to move it. Get to move the needle. Thank you. Starting the new goal. We passed that goal, so that means I owe you at least 1 brick walk, maybe even 2. Sitting in here tightly within a level 5 hype train. NVIDIA Pro Shield Pro has been great. Chromecast 2 bare bones for what I want, kind of janky in how it works. See, Kurt, I find it less janky in Apple TV, and better, honestly, in my opinion with software. I'm totally on board with the Chromecast. In fact, when they release new versions of them, I will basically go and replace. We have Apple TVs, some older Apple TVs, and I'll basically replace them, pretty much all of them, with a newer with a Chromecast, or the dongle, because it's cleaner. It's a cleaner experience, faster too. by and large, faster, despite having less hardware. Will I give Abby a shout out? I can do that, 3D Jeff. In fact, I think I just did. Apple TV just worked, but it was way too oversimplified, had a fair amount of jank. My Shield crashes way too often. See, I've never had experience with the Shield. I've only had experience with the pure Google, not the Google TV with Chromecast or whatever the hell they're calling it. And they're constantly making improvements. It works way better for content than Apple TV, and here's why. Because Apple TV organizes by app, Google TV basically allows you to organize by show. So like I get, like, if the app is aware of the API, which all of them should be, and some of them are really lazy. Thank you, 3D Jeff.
X100.
You think that'd be a cool channel point redeem, huh? Hello, Lone Mountain Knife Company. I hope you are not baking today. Shield has the original chip from their tablet. Yeah, never messed with it. But the way I want to use my TV is like, what are the shows that I'm missing, right? I want to go get in and out. You want one that supported more exotic formats in terms of HDR. Well, so the Chromecast with Google TV was, I thought it did that. Maybe not lossless audio tracks though. Thank you so much, 3D Printy. Appreciate the gifted sub.
3D_Printy just
Continuing
gifted
that.
1 subs.
Not being a data product for Google. Well, the way I look at it, Silver Sunbeam, I'm a data product no matter what I do, no matter where I go. Like, inevitably, it's going to happen. I guess it doesn't bother me too much. To this end. On Facebook, like, a lot of my ads are Star Wars related. I'm like, well, it's exactly what I want. You know exactly what I want. Yep. Got me pegged. Yep. Whereas Instagram is a total trash fire. Like, Instagram recommends so many uninteresting, pointless content to me. Lone is on dad duty 24/7 for 2 weeks. Oh boy. Are you going to forget all your skills, or is it like riding a bike? You just try to minimize where I can. I know I'll never eliminate. Yeah, I do my best too. For sure. That is an interesting way of saying hello. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No, I am
No
the
more
one who
3
knocks.
cheered X1000.
What? No more 3. Thank you for the cheer. Appreciate it. YouTube has Liz.
Cheered X260 for 2,600 followers for Maker Deck.
We did get 2,600 followers. No more 3, pounding it all the way home.
No more 3 cheered X400.
See, I haven't watched Breaking Bad. That's one show I haven't. I mean, I've been catching up on so many shows. I just binged C. I'm caught up on that. Like, Breaking Bad, I know I probably should. I have not watched Breaking Bad yet. Killed it, y'all. Y'all killed it. You get a forwards and backwards brick walk. Oh, boy. Killed it, as in it's dead. Like, start it tonight. I can't. I've got other shows. That's the thing. So I'm like, I think I'm mostly caught up in the shows that I want to watch. So Breaking Bad may be next. Because remember, I gotta binge shows, but then keep up to date on the other shows. So tonight, I'm watching the rest of the season 3, episode 1 of C on Apple TV Plus, and then the new Game of Thrones. I know, House of Dragon. Forget it. I'm just going to call... It's just Game of Thrones, people. Period. I don't care. New Game of Thrones. See, it's not my favorite. It's fun. It's a little... First episode was really gory. All right, here we go. I'm going to lay down those bricks. I definitely have Lego calluses. Pretty bad when they stick to your feet. That's the fun part, Jedi Juggalo, to see which piece is stuck to my feet. We couldn't hear your cries? Oh, no. There's definitely no rewalking. There are no rewalks. Unless we pass the next sub-goal or do another level 5 hype. Although I don't think we're doing another level 5 hype train tonight. I don't think that's going to be happening. Fairly confident. Hang on just a second. Pain is sudden rush for him. I don't know half these dang references. 3D printer coming very soon. Oh, nice. Yes. Which one did you get? Which one was it? Which one did you get with? No backsies? Hard for your feet to watch, Ed. Try being my feet. You don't want to be my feet. Trust me on this. Not a thing you want to do. What's the TV show? Oh, Ethan's Dad 3D C. S-E-E. C. S-E-E. Ain't no more 3. 3D printer. But which 3D printer, Lone Mountain? Pain is just the weakness leaving the body? Yeah, no. Oh, an Ender 3. Okay, you're probably going to like it because it's a big tinkering kind of machine. Awesome. Welcome, Lone Mountain. Welcome. Welcome to the club. C. If you have not watched C, if you like Game of Thrones, and if you're liking House of Dragon, or House of the Dragon, C is like right in the vein. C on Apple TV Plus. And I can't believe I hadn't watched it. Like, it was there. I'm like, I was like, it didn't sound all that compelling. Honestly, the marketing around it sucked. Apple sucked at marketing so many of their good shows. Stand back, I gotta practice my printing. Ha-ha! Exactly. He's got to change his announcement thing. Pixie Dog. It's on the list of shows to watch. I'm telling you, C's good. It's binge-worthy. I did it real quick. And season 3 just started, so I'll be able to watch it contemporaneously. So, and here's the thing. The way I look at it, I'm paying for these, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm paying for these services anyway. Like, I might as well get the most out of them that I can. Or at least try to. The one service that we don't really get much out of, I can't say that. YouTube TV, the traditional stations, the traditional stuff. There's not a lot of shows that I know of that anybody watches. We're not into sports. There are some series like on Sci-Fi, right? Being able to watch Resident Alien. So there are certain shows that we'll watch. Not all of them.
Stay Alive 7 just resubscribed for 11 months. Hello there, Chris and Chat D.
Hey, Stay Alive 7. Hope you are doing well today. I hope your weekend went well on your side of things. If y'all are not following Stay Alive 7, he's into Star Wars. Probably more than me, because he games Star Wars. He plays video games, specifically the Old Republic, SWTOR. If you pop over to his channel at any given time, you will likely see him playing or modding a character or doing something. So I always watch and try to learn by osmosis. Just nice to see someone doing Star Wars. He also 3D prints. He's made things. He made a lightsaber. So he's a true Jedi. He made his own lightsaber. Kurt Grosser says, Apple TV Plus is a lot of good content. Apple doesn't seem to know how to market it. If it's not Ted Lasso, it falls to the wayside, which is just dumb. Like, Apple TV, people don't think the problem with Apple TV isn't the price. Price is fine. The problem is that people don't realize you don't need an Apple TV to watch Apple TV Plus. I'm watching it on my Google Chromecast. So I don't need an Apple TV to watch Apple TV Plus. They don't have an Android app, which to me, I mean, I'm not clamoring for one. I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. Maybe you just don't see the market. Maybe, people don't watch it that way. But people think that you have to have an Apple TV to watch Apple TV Plus. I can watch TV on my Mac through the TV app and Apple TV Plus there. But most of where I watch it is specifically in the bedroom on the Chromecast. So, or on the Chromecast with Google TV or whatever it is, whatever they're calling it. Horrible naming. But I agree. There have been great shows on Apple TV Plus. Severance was fantastic. Foundation was fine. Could have been better. Invasion was horrifically slow. Morning Show is good. I enjoyed the morning show. But there's a lot of shows that have happened on Apple TV Plus. More the shows than the movies, though. What is YouTube TV? It's kind of like a traditional cable television thing. Yeah, Resident Alien. I'm caught up. Well, I think I may have one episode waiting on me. Only thing I watch on cable is AMC and Adult Swim. See, I record new episodes of like Robot Chicken and things like that, but no worries, Westery One. Take care. Have a safe trip if I don't talk to you. Apple still has to get people to buy iDevices. So Android TV, yes, but Android is... it's stupid. Well, Apple TV is a competitor. Hey, Britt. How come we didn't hear Britt? Britt used the wrong trigger. It's this.
We have a Brit. The Sith Lord
that's right.
Brit
Rick and Morty. Yeah, that's right.
Your presence
I record that too.
Sincerely, Sith Lord Brit. Third.
Stay Alive 7. Here's what I'd recommend. If you have the time for Foundation, make that time for See. SEE on Apple TV. See is a better series than Foundation. By far. Foundation was interesting. I'll keep watching it. But See is a better series. And this is going into its third and final season, unfortunately. I'm like, oh man. Orange and purple. There's the orange and purple. With the lights out. With the lights out. I'm more dangerous. Here I am now. Entertain us. Looked interesting from the trailers, but glad to get your perspective. Oh, Stay Alive 7. See was undermarketed. It really was. Is it perfect? No. But it's good. It's good. Let me put it this way. If you thought Cersei Lannister was evil, you ain't seen nothing. Jariah Walker. It's about time you started following. It's about time. We've been waiting. So, welcome in. Heading back to bed. No worries, Royal Nomi. 7-8 hour drive for seeing kiddos. Whoa, my God. Well, thank you for popping in. Thank you for the gifted subs tonight. You and BT. Gotta go study for your cybersecurity C++ class. Well, I hope you get an A+ on your C++ class. BC. No. If you thought Cersei was evil, the queen in C gives her a run for the money. Like, for real. Like, she is crazy. Like she is legitimately, like crazy. Your sister-in-law reminded I was from Des Moines. Yes, I am from Des Moines, Iowa. Iowa is an okay place to be from. I don't know if I could live there anymore, though. It's not for me. Not for me. The weather, I could not handle. I could barely handle the Seattle weather when it gets hot. Ooh, I'll have to check her out. Yeah, for sure. SEE. So Stay Alive 7 now you have to go watch it. Now you have to make time. Make time for C. I think if you make time for C, you'll totally understand. Now I know why Chris recommended it. If I'm recommending a show, it's a good one. I'm never going to recommend a show that's not worth your time. especially if I know like what kind of genre you're into. Foundation is, I understand what they were trying to do with it, but I don't know. Foundation, the jury's still out. Foundation reminds me too much of The Expanse. And maybe that's why I'm iffy on it. I don't think it was great. I thought it was okay. I was able to get into it, Foundation, over The Expanse, but... Oh, Archer. See, I never watched Archer. If it's animated, I rarely do it. Humidity's here, not great for the filament. Oh, I bet. Jiraiya. Man, that would... See, right now, inside, well, we got an air conditioner, 39 degrees. I wouldn't leave filament anywhere but in air conditioning. No way. Otherwise, too much moisture. I haven't really run into moisture issues with filament, even the filament I've had for a while. See, I don't do Bob's Burgers. I tried. But see now, no, it's not. It's 39% 39% humidity. Not 39 degrees. Sorry if I said degrees. My bad. Tried Bob's Burgers, but now so many episodes have been published, I'm like, there's no way I'm ever going to catch up. Family Guy, same way. I mean, I have not watched all Family Guy episodes, but I have, like, nothing's on. I'm not watching my shows. What am I in the mood for? Oh, I haven't watched Family Guy in a while. It's that kind of show. And I feel the same way about The Simpsons. But I can tell you this. Since... God, I can't think of a single night since streaming that I've well, maybe a couple nights, but I don't watch the news anymore. Yeah, I don't watch the news anymore. Hang on just a second. I'm getting texts from the Arion. Give me a second. I'm letting her know. Hey, great. Printing live with the filament now on Twitch. Their filament, the Arion. This is a red and gold silk filament. I'm doing a, this is a Biker Scout. Oh, Stay Alive 7. I've got, these are Dark Troopers. You can now print out, well, the model hasn't been uploaded for everybody, but these Dark Troopers now exist as articulated figure models. I don't think you're into figures, though, as much as I am. So I'm going to be printing the Dark Trooper in a variety of colors, and then also the Snow Trooper. These haven't been released yet by Play Action Toys, but they will. He also did an AT-AT driver, which I love. This one I don't think will work as well in a single color filament, but now I can at least print other AT-AT drivers. Put it back there. Yeah, no, the color's nice because it shifts between gold and, well, it's kind of like a hot pink and gold. So the figures, look really nice. I've done Vader, and I haven't done a Biker Scout in a long time. A long time. Catching up Ghost Adventures? I don't know what Ghost Adventures is. Arion dual color filament, great. Make some Flexi Dragons. Oh yeah. Now I've got one dragon that I've been wanting to do from Hex 3D, but I've been waiting for the bamboo to get back. We currently have 5 on deck, so we've got room for 5 more. If you are making anything, check out Maker Deck. There's something you want to, if you're into 3D printing, Jiraiya, you may want to look over there right now. That is a 24/7 Maker channel, including a lot of 3D printing. You haven't watched The Simpsons and Family Guy since 2008. I have watched. I think I've watched The Simpsons off and on, but I have watched Family Guy since 2008. I have. Hey, Vegan Legion, good to see you. Having fun making diorama Star Wars scenes with Bandai kids. Yeah. So you're all into that. So I haven't. I don't know. Maybe I'm waiting for the right model. And you'd think that I'd be all into models, with loving Lego, but it's the figures that. And it's not even the statues, right? It's just the idea of a figure that is compelling to me. What is Maker Deck? That is an existential question that I find myself asking myself. Need the Bamboo to let their app send or print stream to Maker Deck? Totally agree, Jiraiya. I asked, I let them know, and they're not ready to do it now. Kind of have to work around it. Have to do a live cap from OBS Studio. Days got shorter. They're getting shorter by the day, Nomi3. Hello, Krusty's Customs. Long time. Hope you are doing well on this Sunday evening. The weather, I heard in California was going to be hot, potentially into September, and that has a ripple effect, coming up into the Pacific Northwest, which is because I'm looking at the weather forecast. I'm like, oh, okay, well we're doing pretty well. We're not things haven't been too hot. They haven't been too cold. Decent weather forecast, but like Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be 90 degrees. But we're still kind of August, beginning of September, so it's going to be hot. But then if they're talking September, it's going to be hot. Are we talking 80s throughout September? But that's happened before. That won't surprise me. Eating your veggie bibimbap. Family Guy ruins The Simpsons for me. Really? I like both. The Simpsons, yeah, used to be more edgy. Then the Family Guy came around, yeah. Live in Reno, but having mid-90s. See, it's a little hot here. So if we have to do it through September, I guess. No choice. It's coming no matter what. But hopefully, I remember when, like, September, I know things should be cooling down, but I remember Jedi, when she was born, I remember it being hot, and that was like in mid-September, and it didn't get cool. So it usually doesn't get cool around here until October. Like, certainly by the end of October, it's colder. It should be. So hopefully, a lot of that will be behind us. Not too long. Yeah, I don't know. That's why I like the Pacific Northwest. It's like, as much as it can be hot, like, there's respite right around the corner. Oh, Zamboni Girl just popped in to Maker Deck. Uh-oh, someone's got spaghetti. That's not good. Who's got the spaghetti? Is that why they got pulled down? Hey, Darth Gallum. How are you? I'm doing well enough right now. Although like I said, I got a couple shows that I got to pound through here before my week starts, and this I don't know how this week is going to go yet. I really don't know. I don't know how it's going to go. This is future Chris is getting increasingly concerned, but Future Chris will hopefully take care of everything Future Chris needs to take care of tomorrow, because Future Chris can't deal with this for too much longer. The Sword of Damocles, like, okay, I need certainty. I need to know. Looking for absolute, again, consequences to my actions. I totally see it. Exhausted. Need to start back to school tomorrow. Oh man, Darth Gallum. So Jedi starts on Tuesday. So we're gonna have a new routine come Tuesday. Completely new routine. Completely. Know how my week's gonna go, and it's not 0.0. Oh, sorry, Krusty. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, so I don't know. We haven't really. I don't think Jedi's taking the bus initially, at least. So either Diana or myself are going to have to take her and pick her up. Been out of school for almost 30 years. Well, yeah, so have I. But one of us is going to have to pick her up, drop her off, etc. I'm not sure who's going to be responsible for that yet. It's probably going to be a shared responsibility. Dragon School's looking sweet. Yeah, Jedi Juggalo, that's Silver Sunbeams. Hey, Stone Monkey Research. The brothers are here. Oh. Yeah, it's back to school time. Jedi, she seems pretty excited for school. I mean, this will be her first traditional school classroom. So I'm interested. Oh, thank you, Jedi Juggalo. Thank you. Always have Maker Deck up. Always, always, always. In fact, I should be popping over there here in a couple minutes. That's who we're raiding tonight, by the way. How's far as school from home? Oh, not that far. Not that far. In fact, I should probably be the one to drop her off because I'll just go and get coffee right after anyway. Apart from the mornings that I have meetings, because I have some meetings that would conflict with that time. But I'd probably be the one that would be picking her up. Don't know if I'd be, or dropping her off at least, or picking her up. Although I say she could ride the bus and be just fine. Since it's the weekend, Monsoon Josh, and we didn't raid Maker Deck last night, we raided Ethan's dad 3D, Marcus, because he was streaming. Didn't have a chance to raid him in a while, so we did that. So the deck. We're going to do the deck. The web is a great resource. Totally agree with you. Do not disagree. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you for a spectacular night. The level 5 hype train breaking our sub goal. September is right around the corner, so there are discounts on subs. So thank you again for all your support. I appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow, hopefully with good news. I'm not expecting any news. It's just stress. I'm stressed. So thank you for helping me de-stress ever so briefly. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the force be with you always. I tell you, have Maker Deck running. We got room on deck. If you're printing anything, especially if you have an overnight print, we've got room. We've got space. Here we go. Tusken raiding Maker Deck in 3. Give him a follow. I assume everyone here is already following Maker Deck. This is an assumption, right? Yeah, okay. It's a good assumption. 3, 2, 1. All right, deck. Take it away, deck.